Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at on this beautiful Saturday morning, December 6th. I just found a new feature on my streaming software, automatically generate a vertical cropped version for shorts feed. So maybe we'll try a shorts feed live stream next week. How's everyone doing? Got a nice relaxing stream. We're not gonna nerd out on the Revolutionary War. We spent a week doing that. I really liked it. Not sure about you guys, but I was inspired by the Ken Burns documentary on the Revolutionary War that came out about a month ago. You can go watch it on the PBS streaming service or on Amazon Prime. It's excellent. If you have 12 hours to kill, I'm about halfway through it. It really inspired me to go find homes for sale from the Revolutionary War period. We're talking late 1700s, early 1800s, right around there. And it was incredible, but we are done with that series, at least for now. Maybe. We'll see what the first home I have to go over today is going to be. Good morning, Mrs. Steinman. All right, let's start off with some housekeeping items while everyone filters in. Every week, Gavin Huckins over at Berkshire Hathaway sends over some market data. Now, if I told you this wasn't from Thanksgiving week, we'd be in panic mode. But this was from the week of Thanksgiving, new listings, 83. I don't remember the last time we saw double-digit new listings in Clark County, Southwest Washington, but that's down 42%. Now, it was Thanksgiving week. So I'm not shocked, but that number, in my opinion, is worse than expected. I think it's a combination of it being Thanksgiving week. Nobody's focused on that. Nobody wants to prepare their house to be sold while they're preparing their house to host Thanksgiving, for example. But I also think there's some hesitancy in the market. And I'm hoping that this week's Fed announcement is going to bring some certainty as we go into next year and possibly a new Fed. I don't know. They were supposed to do that last time and they said interest rate cut. This next meeting is not a foregone conclusion. So we'll see. But no, not a great number. We'll see how it rebounds next week. Pending sales of homes that went into contract, 137. That's down 17%. That's not as shocking. That's kind of normal to see new homes being sold down 17% due to Thanksgiving weekend. In fact, I would say almost that's a good number. Listings sold, so homes that were in contract that were pending that closed, down 25% at 101. So not a good weekend for our inventory. We took more homes off the market than we added. But it was Thanksgiving week, so we'll see. Every time a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a home, that data is collected, and that's what we're looking at here. Down 30% in Oregon and Washington. That goes right along with those statistics we just looked at. And this is where I would normally say, yeah, but that's about even for where it was last year. And yes, that's true. In Washington, it's down a little bit further than it was this time last year. And again, I think that's that uncertainty. It's the calm before the storm. It's darkest right before light. That's what it feels like right now in this market. It feels like the light is right around the corner where we're going to see some improvement in home affordability. We're going to see some improvement in interest rates, which would in turn give us some improvement in our market statistics. But we're not there yet. So that's what it feels like. It feels like it's about right before dawn. YouTube kind of updated the behind the scenes dashboard, and I can't really see who's watching or how many people are watching. I'm gonna have to play around with that. All right, interest rates. This is where I have really good news. We've rebounded from the kind of increase we had where we were above 6% on FHA for a couple weeks. We're now back down to 12-month lows all week. been very stable. 30-year fixed conforming, which we're going to look at quite a bit today. 6.27 is the national average according to Mortgage News Daily. 15-year fixed 5.76. If you are in refinance mode, I'm not a huge fan, never been. I've been doing this 20 years, never been a huge fan of doing a 15-year mortgage, because I think you can make 15-year mortgage payments on a 30-year loan, but then always revert back if you need to. But I'm starting to be convinced with the spread in interest rates on a 15-year, and I think you can do better than 5.76. Okay, I think you can get down to maybe 5.5. If you bought a home in 2022, 23, and you're used to making that payment at 6.875 or maybe even 7%, and that payment's not a hardship to you, you might want to look at refinancing into a 15-year. At least do them side by side, right? Look at a 15-year versus a 30-year, because that payment may not be that much more than you're paying now, but it'll shave off 13 years on your mortgage payment. So something to consider. By the way, I have a new QR code. If you would like one of these analysis that we do on the stream done for you, you want to just pick my brain, you want to talk refinances, or let's say you're a real estate agent and you want to feature your home on the stream, or let's say you're selling your house and you want your agent to put your house on the stream, scan that QR code and you can schedule a 15-minute call with me where we can review anything you want to review, no matter where you're at in the process. I think everybody that is interested in real estate could benefit from a 15-minute call with me. And no, that's not the last time I'm going to show that QR code. I was told I need a call to action in my on my YouTube channel. So here's my call to action. FHA 5.89. Guys, this is great news that we're under 6%. We've been under 6% for about 10 days now. Hopefully we can stay here. It'll be really interesting to watch FHA rates, kind of the benchmark on our channel after the Fed cut next week. Okay. Oh, what's that? You didn't get to scan the QR code? Oh, I'll show you again. Here you go. Here's that QR code. All my information's in the description. I'm an easy guy to get a hold of, loansbycody.com. You can get a hold of me that way. Okay, housekeeping out of the way. I think everybody's getting ready for Christmas, out shopping. A little light attendance today, but that's okay. All right. I know I said I'm getting away from historic Revolutionary War homes, and this is not a Revolutionary War home, but I did find a really cool listing in Woodland. We're going to 3070 Spruce Avenue, Woodland, Washington. 4 beds, 3 baths, 3,800 square feet. Built in 1890. It just is a coincidence, guys, okay? It's just a coincidence. I'm done with the Revolutionary War 1800s homes. This is the last one, I promise. Sitting on a ½ acre. I'm going to read the description while we look at pictures. Someone was telling me that it was a little boring just listening to me read the description, so we're going to do this a little different. Let's look at some pictures. First of all, this home, Woodland. You hear Woodland, it could mean you live in the city, or it could mean you live up in the woods. So let's look. We're right on the Lewis River, off of Lewis River Road, on the west side of I-5. So it's just kind of as you're leaving the town of Woodland and kind of going into the more rural area, is where this home is located. Again, built in 1890. Experience the epitome of modern elegance intertwined with historic charm in this exquisite, reimagined farmhouse. Let's go this route. I think it's a little easier to see the pictures this way. This one was taken down to the studs and completely remodeled. This is in the Riverwalk neighborhood of Woodland. Comes with VIP access to the North Fork of the Lewis River, famous for steelhead fishing and salmon fishing, as well as kayak and rafting. What does VIP access mean? Okay, so a couple things I noticed. We got a nice dual heat pump here. I like how the house is kind of raised up. We got a little bit of a retaining wall here, giving us a very flat lot. Asphalt driveway, very nice. That looks pretty new, blacktop. But kind of cool, right? You're kind of not out in the sticks, but you have a historic home. I really like how this chimney is situated in the middle of the front of the house. Go to Cracker Barrel, get a couple of those rocking chairs, throw those out in that front deck. An historic American beech tree out front. You'll have to see to believe. Step inside to discover a welcoming open concept layout accentuated by a soaring 12-foot ceilings and windows that bathe the space in natural light. Man, ChatGPT is getting really good. So let's see if we can get a picture of that. Okay. Very clean remodel, very modern in here. Does not feel like an 1890s home. But it looks like they have maybe an original light fixture here, stone tile, double front door entry, French door entry. Looks like a gas fireplace. Very well done, wood laminate flooring, some wainscoting or shiplap around the fireplace, and then ceiling fan. Pretty well done. Built-in bookcase. Okay, here's our formal dining room. There's the first heat pump. All the windows throughout this home come with custom blinds. Chef's Dreams Kitchen, perfect for entertaining. Original 1890 hardwood floors. Okay, so yes, those look like original 1890 hardwood floors. This looks like wood laminate. So is it different flooring or is it just the lighting? Can't tell. 4 oversized bedrooms. Okay, very nice kitchen, like the farm sink, wine fridge. Those definitely are original hardwoods in the kitchen, like the original brick. Office / sunroom area, very nice. Now we're at $1 million here, $1,050,000. Okay, bedroom number 1. Nice large primary. Bonus room upstairs. This looks like bedroom number 2 or 3. Okay, guest bath, very nice. Really well done. And this is what we want to see when we get over that $1 million price range, right? Bedroom number 4, very cool bedroom. Lots of character. With its own bathroom, very nice. Nice large utility room, laundry room. Looks like they have a table in there. Very nice. Okay. Woodland, there are currently 49 homes for sale. The median list price for sale properties in Woodland is $650,000, but guys, that goes from a little single wide all the way up to 4,000 square feet on 5 acres with a view. So here's some of the higher end homes for sale. But if you're at $1 million, you know, what else can you get in Woodland? In that price range. Pending property, $650,000. Here's some examples of homes that are currently pending. And they're all kind of in that same square foot range, 2,655, 2,442 square feet for in that 800 to 900 range. And then homes have sold $550,000. Thanks, Gavin, for sending over our statistics we use on the stream. Gavin with Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, there are many ways to finance a home like this. This is just a few. That is a very good point. We would have to check and see. Woodland's weird. Some areas that you think are in a flood zone are, and others aren't. So it's weird. We can look that up. But you could possibly be in a flood zone on this one. I do not know for sure. All right, there are many ways to finance a home like this. Oh, hey, Gavin. Is that home in a flood zone? Can you look that up? If it is, and Tina with American Family Insurance is in the chat, maybe she can give us an idea of what we're looking at for flood insurance. There are many ways to finance a home like this. This is one, okay? 25% down. Yeah, I would agree with you. I'm 90% sure too. I know I've financed homes right around there, and sometimes I'm surprised that it's not in a flood zone. You can expect a couple $100 a month for flood insurance, somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit more depending on the price range. If we were to put 25% down, that brings us to a loan amount of $787,000, which is a conforming loan amount, meaning that it meets the loan amount requirements by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, which is a loan amount no greater than $818,000. So that makes our loan amount $787,500. Interest rates today, according to Mortgage News Daily, 6.27 on a conforming 30-year fixed. Gavin, I think it's so cool you have your own YouTube handle now. Maybe you always have it, I just didn't notice. But DRG Huck, Dr. G Huck. All right, let's look at a payment breakdown. Principal and interest, $48.59. Property taxes, $683. Homeowners insurance, $100 a month. That does not include flood insurance if this isn't a flood zone, so do your own diligence. Or you can, if you want to dive deeper into that, you can scan that QR code and schedule a 15-minute call with yours truly, where we can go over all the details on this home or another home, run over an analysis with you, talk about flood zones. Or if you have a listing or if you are selling your home and you want to feature it on the stream, scan that QR code. All my contact information is also in the description. So we add all that together, we get a total payment of $56.42. How does that number sit with you? If the answer is yes, that number is within my budget, but it's uncomfortable. We talk about this a lot on the live stream, but I'm a big fan in this market of a temporary 2-1 buy down. What that looks like is we're going to ask the sellers to pay for a temporary 2-1 buy down, which is a loan feature, can be added to almost any loan program. It's going to cost them $17,717. Now, you should be able to get away with that in negotiations, not a problem. If we look at the sales history on this home, it was, they've done some price reductions. They've done $200,000 in price reductions. So they shouldn't blink an eye at an extra $17,000. And what that's going to do is the first 12 payments, your interest rate will be reduced by 2%, bringing it down to 4.27, making your total payment for the first year, first 12 payments, will be $4,666 a month, saving you $975 a month for the first year. Does that make you feel a little more comfortable? Okay. That's way more savings in that first year than you're going to get by coming in and lowballing them, asking for $20,000 or $30,000 off the price. In year 2, your interest rate's reduced by 1%, bringing it down to 5.27. So for the second year, your total payment's $51.41, saving you $500 a month for year 2, and then years 3 through 30, this is still a 30-year fixed, you're going to be at the full payment. Now, hopefully, we're able to catch a refinance somewhere in these 3 years, hopefully in the low 5s. Time will tell. It's going to be really interesting to see what interest rates do for the next 6 months. Okay. That was home number 1. What? You didn't get a chance to scan the QR code? Oh, there it is. If you're just joining us, I've been told I need a call to action on my YouTube channel. The whole point of this channel is just to have fun, create a community of people that love real estate, like houses, like our local housing market, are curious or worried about what their values and interest rates are doing. So I haven't had a lot of call to actions, but here's a call to action. If you want to talk with me, you want an analysis ran, you want to feature a listing, there you go. Okay, enough self-promotion. You guys ready for house number 2? I will prove to you that I'm done with historic homes for today. How about a ultra modern home in Camas? We're going to 1501 Northwest 8th Avenue in Camas, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,502 square feet. Now, the reason this one grabbed my attention this morning is it's hard. You don't see homes like this very often. You do see in new construction, you do see a lot of these ultra modern looking homes. We have some in our neighborhood, in Richfield and Camas, they're all over the place. But you normally don't see them at 1,502 square feet for under $1 million. Normally they're 3,800 square feet listed for 1.2. So it's kind of neat to see one in this 1,500 square foot range. Sitting on 8,000 square foot lot, built in 2025. This home is listed by Andre. Custom beautiful home in Viewpoint Terrace neighborhood, boasts a spacious, inviting living room, lots of natural light. Luxurious master bedroom. Okay, here's how you know this probably isn't written by ChatGPT. They're still using master bedroom. I don't have a problem with it. I've been really good lately at calling it primary bedrooms. Okay. Open house Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, December. Oh, you missed it. We missed the open houses. I bet you he's doing them again from 2 to 4. Do you guys like this modern look? I go back and forth on it. It'll be really interesting to see how this trend ages. It might age really well. Okay. This home is perfect for obviously somebody downsizing, but also maybe a small family. Could even be a first-time home buyer or maybe a second-time home buyer. But beautiful on the inside. Love the manufactured wood floors. Very modern fireplace. I like it. Big windows. Modern light fixtures. Ooh. I like that they didn't go white cabinets in here. Good morning, Ben. I don't know, Ben. You're in Georgia. We just spent a whole week going over Revolutionary War homes. Like a home owned by William Penn's son. I don't know if you're seeing a lot of those in your travels, but I'm promised I've stopped that and we're going modern home with this one. But I like that they chose not to do white cabinets in here. This is a home that's on the latest trends train. I like it. Small kitchen. We're dealing with 1,500 square feet here, but I really like it. Nice built-in hutch. Looks like a good-sized deck out there. Bedroom number 1. Cool window above the bed. Cut down this tree and you see Mount Hood. Nice walk-in closet, heat pump. Like the heat pump in the bedroom. This looks like our primary bath. Dual vanity, again on the small side, but 1,500 square feet. I don't mind the size of that vanity at all. Nice walk-in shower. Bedrooms number 2 and 3. Guest bath. Nice utility room. 3-car garage. Good sized back deck. There's the mountain. Low maintenance backyard. There's our drone shot. Looks like you got some space from your neighbors. I like that. You're not right next to each other for a new build. A lot of the new builds, you know, your setbacks are 4 feet. Okay, in Camas, there are currently 157 homes for sale. Median list price for Camas, man. Camas is like gold. It keeps going up. $924,900. We're almost at $1 million for the average list price in Camas, Washington. Homes that have gone pending, the average price $874,000, which supports that $900 price. Homes that have sold $829,000. Great place for investment in real estate. Okay, like I always say, there's many ways to finance a home like this. This is just one. Same strategy as the previous house, where we are using a 2-1 temporary buy down. Should have no problem getting it paid for by the sellers. But we're only putting 10% down this time. Okay, so our cash to close is going to be $81,681. Our loan amount with 10% down is $629,910. Our interest rate, according to Mortgage News Daily, 6.27. If you want to see a payment breakdown, property taxes. Well, if we go back to our listing and you scroll down, I want to see what the property taxes are. $1,802. Holy cow, Cody, those property taxes are low. That's because it hasn't been assessed since the home's been built. That 1802 is the property tax on the land only. So in February, it'll be assessed, and then you will have an increase in your property taxes. But when you finance the home, if you're including your taxes and insurance in your payment, we're not going to collect just the 1802 because we don't want you to be short when that bill comes due. Now, if we go to Zillow estimated payment, which don't go by this. If you want a custom payment done for you, I have a QR code you can click to schedule a 15-minute call with me, and we can discuss that, and we can customize one for you. But this is saying $449. What the underwriters are going to want us to use is smartasset.com. This will give us a much more accurate view of your property taxes, and we'll collect an amount where you're not going to be short when your taxes come due and have to write a check. Okay, so plug in the zip code 98607, estimated home value $699,900, gives us property taxes of $6,040 a month. We divide that number by 12 and we get 503. So if you're going off of the Zillow 449, you're too low. Okay, so we're estimating 503, and that's what the underwriter is going to collect. I'm not sure what happened to our chat window here. Let's just get rid of it for now. Okay, we do have mortgage insurance. It's $115 a month, not bad on this size loan amount. Brings our total payment to $4605. If we do negotiate a temporary 2-1 buy down, our first year be 4.27, saving us $780 a month, bringing our payment to $3824 for the first 12 months. For the second 12 months, 5.27, $4204 for a savings of $400 a month. And again, we'll be looking for an opportunity to refinance somewhere in this time period, but refinancing is never guaranteed, so you need to be comfortable with that payment for the life of the loan, although there's a really good chance we're going to have some refinancing opportunities. Okay, it's 9:33. We have time for one more. Whole chat went down. Let's see if I can get it back up. I got one more really cool house to look at. Okay, I think our chat's back. Oh yeah, I got a cool one. We're going back to Woodland. Carly Bordak is the listing agent on this one. 242 Cornerstone Lane in Woodland. $1,199,900. 4 beds, 4 baths, 3771 square feet. This home just caught my attention. It's got a really cool curb appeal. Lots of windows. It almost looks like a dollhouse. Built in 2024, sitting on 3 acres. Like the short description, custom home on nearly 3 acres with territorial views and mountain views, just minutes to town, easy drive to PDX. White oak floors. These are engineered floors. I love it when these descriptions are just, here's what you need to know. Open layout, engineered white oak floors, soaring ceilings, entertainer's kitchen, quartz countertops, Z-line range, oversized island, walk-in pantry, coffee bar, primary suite, secondary ensuite, plus 2 additional bedrooms, a reading nook, an office, and a bonus room. Better than new without the headache of building or dealing with builders. I added that part. Contact your favorite realtor. Come see this home today. What? You don't have a realtor? Well, good news is the My Mortgage Town YouTube channel has a very well-crafted selection of preferred real estate agents. And you can scan this QR code for a 15-minute phone call with me, and I will help you pick out one of those agents and I'll refer one over to you. Okay. Picture time. Nice big blacktop driveway, lots of parking. Kevin, if you're still watching, what kind of siding do you think that is? It's interesting, the siding. It could be hardy plank, but it's not a normal siding pattern. There's those manufactured or engineered white oak floors. Love the big front door. Okay, I love the color of these kitchen cabinets. I think white cabinets in the kitchen trend is over, I think. Here's off-white kitchen cabinets. I like the off-white with the brass hardware. Beautiful island. Formal dining area. That island is bitchin'. And I don't use that word very often. I don't know. I'm usually ahead of the curve on trends, Mrs. Steinman. I'm calling white cabinet trend over. But that island is so cool. I like the contrasting wood, all the drawers on the front with the hardware. Very modern farmhouse. Love all the windows. At 1.2 million, this looks like a $1.2 million property. I would even go out and say that there's some value here at 1.2 million. Love this. I'm guessing this is the walk-in pantry with additional storage and a counter. Mud room. Like the wallpaper in the guest bath powder room. Okay, here's our primary ensuite, dual vanities. Again, like the cabinet color selection here. Nice walk-in shower. Huge walk-in closet with a window. Freestanding tub. Beautiful bathroom. Bedroom number 1. I like how they brought the hardwoods in the bedrooms. Bedroom number 2. This must be bedroom number 3 or office, guest bath. Fiber cement, that's hardy plank, right? For the siding. Smaller profile through though, which gives battery's dying. Well, let's wrap it up here. Thank you, Mrs. Diamond. My mic died. Let's not give in to technical problems. Let's go ahead and this, and now you guys should be able to hear me. Okay. I don't know how much of that you missed, but I just love this house. I think it's different. It seems like a lot of house and quality of house for the money. I just think it's a cool house. So jumbo loan, so loan amount over $818,000. If we put 20% down, our principal and interest would be $6,004. Property taxes only $475. That's not bad at all for 3 acres in Woodland. $475 for property taxes. Homeowners insurance somewhere around $100, $150 a month brings us a total payment of $66.29. Now, if we were to do, let's say, I don't want to jump. Okay, well, you could bring in an additional $140,000, bring your loan amount down to the maximum conforming loan amount, which is $818,000. Bringing your interest rate, my dad's calling me, Dad, if you would just watch my live streams, you would know I'm doing a live stream. But you don't watch. It's okay. I still love you. Our interest rate would come down to that 6.27 if we put the extra money down and got our loan amount down to a conforming loan amount, bringing our total payment to $56.72, saving us $957. So there is no right or wrong answer here. Do I go conforming or do I go jumbo? It's simply, would I rather save $1,000 a month for the life of the loan, or would I rather save $140,000 in upfront cost? Totally up to you. No wrong answers. For those of you who are still watching, thank you so much. I love doing this. I just do this because it's fun, creating a little community, and starting today. Self-promotion. Click the QR code to schedule a 30-minute call or a 15-minute call with me. You guys go out, enjoy your weekends. If you want to feature a listing, let me know. Like, subscribe, tell people, show up. Tell people, hey, there's this cool guy, calls himself the Mortgage Hound, does a YouTube channel. Check him out. You just being here is a huge support, and I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have fun on these Saturday mornings. Go enjoy your last freedom weekend before the holidays. All right, guys. Bye, everybody.